Hello, and welcome to our very first unboxing video. This is probably just going to be for fun. We're more collectors than anything, and I'll actually consider ourselves lucky if we get many views. But if you are watching this, thank you very much. And please leave a comment. So today we will be opening a box of 1991 Brockum RockCards. It's a rather interesting set. It's more, there's some pretty good bands, but it's notable of the bands that aren't in here. There's no Metallica, no Guns N' Roses, no Pantera, and as you might know, 1990, 91, that's when those bands were at the height of their careers, pretty much taking over the world. But there's some excellent bands in this set. Iron Maiden, Alice Cooper, a lot of Megadeth cards. And Pusshead has some artwork in here. And here's one of his illustrations. It's the only PSA 10 so far, but I highly suspect just not a lot have been submitted. I opened a box last night and I got one that could possibly be sent into PSA. So I bought a case for a really good price. So basically all we're doing is looking for PSA 10s to send in for the PC. Stevie Ray Vaughan has a rookie card and the Grateful Dead subset. I can't even say this guy's name, but it looks like it might have a chance. And we have a couple Pusshead illustrations here that could get a 10. I'm hoping. The pack on these look excellent. Look at that. A lot nicer than some of the newer cards. All right, so let's get ripping here. The stickers are on top, and they're prone to be dog-eared. So it's not like PSA 10s on the stickers is exactly common. But we have a Eddie the Kid here, and just based on a casual glance, it looks really good. All right, so we have Billy McKillop and Dave Sabo. Everybody knows Dave from Skid Row. Steve Sweet. I'm going to rip through these fairly quickly. That's a Black Sabbath card I don't remember seeing. Cozy Powell. Testament. AC/DC. Who wouldn't want a PSA 10 anything AC/DC? So that's cool. Exodus, Anthrax, and then a lot of bands I've never heard of, and two Bon Jovi cards at the end. The correlation in these, you often get double side by side. Like David Lee Roth, there'll be two different cards, and then that Bon Jovi card was like that. And okay. Have a lot of Winger stickers from their first box. Testament, Pink Floyd. I was thinking about taking a close look at the Pink Floyd cards to send in. Salty Dog. Never heard of them. Junkyard, same thing. See? Salty Dog, two Salty Dogs right back to back. Dan Reed Network. Chuck Billy, Richie Blackmore, Poison, Motley Crue, well, Vince Neil, and of course, Bobby Dow. Alright, for the sake of time, I might only do half a box. Alright, pack number 3. See, here's the damage done on the corner. Right at the top of the pack. And that's where the Grateful Dead cards are as well. So to get a PSA 10, it's, I suspect, I'm not sure how many's been sent in, but this whole pack is damaged. Top left-hand corner, Cliff Williams. Exodus card. There's also some really sharp-looking Alice Cooper cards. My glasses just fell off. I'm a pretty big Alice Cooper fan. It would be really good to add some PSA 10 cards to the PC. My girlfriend's looking at me like I'm crazy. Alright, so this is the second box. This is the third Slayer sticker that I got. And I forget exactly what the Slayers that were pulled, but this must be an older case, and it doesn't have the ones that were pulled, but that's okay because that's pretty cool. All right, we'll be flying through here, and there's also holograms. There's supposed to be one in each box. I was also thinking about getting, I know it's not Nikki 6, but seeing if there's any Nikki PSA 10s in here. So I got 2 holograms in the box I opened last night. They're very rough. AC/DC. It looks pretty cool. And Anthrax. Pretty cool. Alright, what's this? 4th pack? 5th pack? Alright, we have another Rust in Peace sticker, and it looks, just looking at it straight off the bat, it looks really good. And we have Sebastian Bach, John Lord, Gary Holt, Mick Mars, Stephen Sweet, Junkyard, Mark Evans from Warrior Soul. I think I remember the name, but couldn't tell you a song. Poison, Gary Nutt from Tangier, Scott Ian. All right. That's a cool card. Seems like a man of the people. Alright, moving on to the next pack. I'm loving these packs, eh? They're pretty cool. Alright, we want a pus head. And we want it now. Here it comes. And it's another Megadeth sticker. There seems like the print run on all of the Megadeth stickers was quite high. Birth of Vic. You know, the stickers in this box look... Oh, the stickers in this box looks better than last night. Almost everyone was dog-eared. Alright. Tim Kelly from Slaughter. Chuck Billy from Testament, Dan Spitz, Anthrax, Tangier guy again, Exodus card, John Lord again, Gary Holt, Mick Mars again, Stephen Sweet. Anybody need Mick Mars cards? I think we're going to have a lot. Alright, the next pack. And the cat just showed up. And he looks like he wants to play. Another Megadeth sticker. Hanger 18. You can't complain about that. It could be... this one has a little right side damage. I'm trying to keep them separate. You know, these contest cards that come with it, everyone is perfect. Everyone would grade at least a 10. Maybe higher. All right. Kathmandu. Ever hear of them? Mm-mm. Me too. All right. I'm waiting for my Mick Mars sticker. Or card. So some of the base card, there's Mick Mars. It seems to be a very, and that's not a bad thing. Nothing wrong with Mick. I know he has a little problem with the rest of the band right now, but the people don't have a problem with Mick. And we have Eddie the Kid. So these cards don't really have a lot of value unless they are graded, but I'm going to be very happy to have a complete set. I highly expect 200. I'll be able to complete the 288 card set. Nick Menza, that's cool. Megadeth kind of took a big hit when Nick left. Moving on to the next pack. You see in the background, we collect a lot of different things. A little bit unopened wax boxes from the 80s. Another Megadeth sticker. General Bic Launch. If I was a Megadeth fan, I would be more of a Megadeth fan. I'd be really jumping right now. Junkyard, Exodus, Sisters of Mercy, Anthrax, Testament. I've been thinking about grading the Pink Floyd cards too. I'm not sure if I imagine none of the Pink Floyd cards are rookies. Nick Menza again. That's really cool. Slaughter. Dude from Cinderella. Nick Menza again. That's what I was talking about. The boxes, the correlation's really chunky. You get a lot of the same guys in the same pack. Moving on to the next pack. Okay, we want a plus head. We got 4 or 5 in the box last night. One has a chance to be a 10. And another Megadeth sticker. Rest in Peace. One of the greatest albums ever produced. Sticker ain't too bad too. Alright, we're going to fly through this. Anthrax, Testament, Pink Floyd. Going to put that off to the side. Salty Dog. Do you want to be my salty dog? Iggy Pop, that's cool. Good to have a legend like that. Warrant, Bon Jovi. Everybody makes fun of how I say Bon Jovi. How do you say it, honey?
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi, like a pepperoni. Alright, I'll probably open 4 more packs after this one. See what we get here. Alright, we finally got a pus head. Sandra Kuwait. Off the top of my vision. if you will. It looks okay, maybe a little bit left to right, but I'll take a closer look at that. Last time I looked, there was no PSA 10s. So I really want Sanda Kuwait to go with the Wave PSA 10. Huge Metallica fan. So anything Pusshead, it's good. Especially in absence of Metallica in the set. It's kind of weird Guns N' Roses isn't in here. Like, they had what seemed to be a significant contract with Brockum. I guess just couldn't work out the deal for the cards. It's too bad. All right. 3 after this one. I suspect we're going to be hitting a hologram soon. Eddie the Kid again. Definitely not PSA 10. Top right hand corner damage. Skid Row, Slaughter 20 Iomi. That's on the fence. Frank Bello. Salty Dog. 2 Chris Slade cards back to back. Looks like Billy English, honey. Blaze Elias. Dana Strum. He managed to have a nice little career for himself. Different bands, projects. Mustang, that card looks really good. Maybe a printing spot. Top left, mid, nope. There's a couple specs on it. I'll take a look at it later on. All right. I think we're at half the case right now, or half the box right now. But let's do 2 more. Then we'll call this video good. Oh, okay. Let's hope it's Jerry Garcia, and let's hope it's it's Grateful Dead insert. It's got top right hand corner damage. Cool card. I really like his t-shirt. Huh. All right. Iron Maiden first 10 years. Up the irons, boys. All right. And we have Tangier. Bon Jovi, like pepperoni. Kathmandu. Frank Bello again from Anthrax. Richie Sambora. Jeff LeBar. And Cliff Williams. That's cool. Kathmandu, second one in the pack. Motley Crue. My glasses are falling off, but that looks like Mickey. There's a Mickey 6 card. I'm going to end up sending one in, I'm sure, at some point. The base cards mostly are fine, but this one has top center damage. Sebastian Bach. We were just talking about him the other day. Watching Trailer Park Boys again. We left off at when Sebastian was making his cameos. It's always, what a disappointment. Winger sticker. I'm sure there's some Winger fans out there somewhere, but few and far in between. All right, Roger Glover, Warrant, Angus. That's cool. Skid Row, Anthrax, Ricky Rocket, Marty Friedman, another Megadeth member that was sadly missed. Testament, Nikki. All right, maybe that's the one. Deep Purple, John Anderson. I don't know. Ace Frehley and Ace Frehley back to back. All right, thank you for watching. I'll probably open the rest of this box at a later date. We'll see you all then. Rock on.